Hello, my name is Sarah Jansen, and today I will be analyzing gender identity within the play Buttefly. Buttefly is a play by David Henry Wong, and it is based on a true story. Gender identity is an issue presented throughout the play and develops into a realization and transformation of many of the characters. Within this play, there's also gender identity is tied in with patriarchal culture and sexuality. To summarize the play, a man falls in love with another man, but believes or chooses to believe that this man is in fact a woman. They are both sentenced to 6 years in prison for espionage. The main focus of the play is a reflection of Rene Gallimard as he sits in his jail cell. Even while reflecting on his somewhat make-believe relationship, he still says, "I have known and been loved by the perfect woman." In this play, that is the first gender identity confusion that takes place. His perfect woman is in fact a man. Rene Gallimard is obsessed with being the perfect dominating male. He is a firm believer in gender roles, which is a big factor in his attraction to Song, because Song is his ideal submissive Oriental woman. Song is also conservative, which is Rene's defense for not knowing that he is indeed a man, because he never fully removes his clothes. Song plays an interesting role in Buttefly. He doesn't fit one identity because he dominates through manipulating Rene, but with this manipulation, he does this by submitting to him. The reader doesn't know if Song's true motives are for his country or for his desires as a gay man. An analysis of Buttefly suggests the ways Huang challenges our very notions such as truth, our assumptions about gender, and most of all, how Buttefly subverts and undermines a notion of unitary identity based on a space of inner truth and plenitude of referential meaning. And that is according to Doreen Kondo, who is a professor at the University of Southern California. She goes on to further state, through its use of gender ambiguity, in its very title, is it Monsieur, Madame, Mr. or Mrs. Buttefly, through its power reversals, Huang conceals, reveals, and then calls into question the so-called true identity, pointing us towards a reconceptualization of the topography of self. While reading Kondo's interpretation of Buttefly, I began to wonder if Huang's purpose was to answer questions about the self and gender identity, or if he was simply saying that it is up to an individual to come to terms with their own reality of being. Looking further into this matter, I wondered, what makes a gender? When you first hear the term gender, you would think of the physical makeup of an individual. I researched further to this and was led to a government website, Medline Plus. They define the issue of physical makeup not matching one's thoughts or feelings on gender as gender identity disorder. It is a person's conflict between their physical gender and the gender with which they identify. For example, a person could identify as a boy but may actually a person identified as a boy may actually act and feel like a girl. The person is very uncomfortable with the skin in which they were born. I believe in many ways this could relate to what Song and Rene experienced throughout the play. Late in Greece, a senior lecturer in media and film studies wrote, "The cause of this masculine gender crisis are widely accepted to lie historically in the challenging of patriarchal assumptions that has attended a combination of post-World War II contingencies and the influence of various social movements, not the least of which are feminism and the gay rights movement." In the end, Rene did indeed transform into Buttefly, leaving questions about his true gender role. Rene was so wrapped up in being the perfect male that any female feelings he would have had would have been pushed deep below the surface. Rene being so focused so strongly on patriarchy is something that he was raised with and that had a huge role in the play. Song transformed into a woman for 18 years and had sexual relations with Rene, leaving much question as to which gender he identified with, as well as his sexual orientation. Overall, I think the play relates to accepting one's true gender identification and is an individual process into finding out one's true being. Thank you for listening.